Let's put this coin in the ice cream and see who will exchange it for a personal item. Hi, friend. Good morning. I'll trade you this ice cream for your fanny pack.
No, no, no.
Won't you change it for me?
No, am I crazy?
Change it for me, just look. If you bring money inside and then give me only the fanny pack.
I don't think so.
Hi, friend. I'll trade you this ice cream for your necklace. Won't you change it for me? No? Hi, friend. Can you trade me this ice cream for your bracelet?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, wait. No, don't eat it.
What's wrong with it?
No, don't think that I put something bad in it. What happens is that I did put something in it, but it's not something that is going to do you any harm. There is a surprise for you inside the ice cream.
Do I check it?
Yes, well, tear it down, throw it away, or look for it there.
But... What is this?
That coin has a value of 50,000 pesos, and it is for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, I give it to you. It's yours.
I didn't think that would happen to me. Well, look, thank you very much, really, but what I do now?
No, nothing. You don't have to do anything, nothing at all. It's for you. I'm giving it to you.
Thank you very much. It will really help me a lot.
But I have a proposal for you. If you give me a good reason in which you are going to invest that money, I will give you another coin with the same value. You just need to think about it well, okay?
It actually does help me a lot right now. Well, I just got fired from my job yesterday, so I needed the money urgently. Otherwise, I don't know what to do next.
What do you mean they just fired you? Were you fired from your job yesterday?
Yes, they didn't let me in because I had already arrived late many times, so they told me that I can't work there anymore.
Wow, how bad it is to be fired from your job. I am very sorry. And what are you doing here?
Well, I was just go out today to look for a job. I can't last long without working because I need money. Just to see what I could get, but everywhere I go, they tell me they can't accept me because I don't have experience because I'm too young.
And what did you work on?
I was a waiter.
You were a waiter? So I imagine you had to cover a schedule and you were late and that's why they fired you.
And since there is no one else who can serve my tables, if I don't arrive on time, they are left there without service, and they couldn't stand that anymore, and they had to throw me out. I did it more than anything to support my mother and my little brother, so that's why I worked.
What is your name?
Eduardo, nice to meet you.
So why were you late for work? Did something happen to you?
Right now my mom works too, so there is no one who can help me in taking care of my little brother. And since he needs special attention, he needed someone to focus on him.
And why does your little brother need special attention? Is he sick? Or what does he have?
Well, he needs special attention because he is extra special. He was born with a condition that requires more care and attention than someone like us. That's why he needs me by his side.
What does your little brother have?
Down syndrome?
Well, yes, I imagine that a child with that condition does need help. Someone to take care of him, right? I mean, he needs a lot of attention, the kind someone who is born with that condition needs. And what does your mom do?
She works in a restaurant.
The same one where you worked?
No, in another, but it is the same. The truth is that some restaurants do not have the best working conditions, so you do not have much freedom, in addition to the fact that we work long hours and are paid very little. So between her and I, we tried to divide the hours to be able to take care of my little brother, but that's not possible. And since I don't have any other family here in the city...
What did your mother do? You told me she worked in the kitchen, right? I imagine that they are paid very little too, that the work is very hard and they are underpaid. So between you and her, you help each other? That is, to take care of your little brother and take care of everything he needs. I imagine you feel a great responsibility on your shoulders. Don't you take him to school because there are schools for special children?
Well, we were thinking just that, but they are expensive. They're not affordable, to be honest, and with what my mother and I earn, we don't make enough for us. And of course, we want to take him to the best school, because at his school, they bother him. And since it's a public school, the teachers don't do much. They don't care enough. I feel bad. I feel really bad that we only try to give it a try, but it seems that life gives us more obstacles so that we cannot move forward. But I guess that's life.
And what about your dad? You don't have a dad? Or why he doesn't help you? Because you only tell me about you and your mom, but what about him?
He's alive, but he abandoned us. Since he found out that my little brother was going to be born with Down syndrome, he left us and we never heard from him again.
And you have not tried to look for him? I don't know, to act in a legal way because, well, he has obligations. He has obligations to your family. Well, you are older now, but he still has obligations to you, but also with your little brother and your mother.
The truth is, we tried to look for him more than anything to ask him alimony, but it was difficult to find him. Something my mom doesn't know is that I did know something about him. A cousin told me that he had seen my dad once. I went to look for him on the street and I found him with another family. Then when I tried to approach him, he started yelling that he was going to call the police and he told me not to come closer. I couldn't contact him in any way.
So, he left you guys? And he looked for another woman and started another family? Had other children, and that is why he completely disengaged himself from you.
And it's not like I want him back either. When he was with us, he was very violent. He was an alcoholic. So I prefer keep working and look for a job so I don't depend on anyone or have to endure that kind of abuse.
Well, yes, Eduardo, I understand it. I think it's better that you and your mother continue alone, taking care of your little brother and taking care of the household expenses, because, I don't know, I imagine that you pay rent, that your father didn't leave you savings or some kind of support. He left you on your own.
No, not at all. He never did anything good to us, really. Sample text.
Did your dad mistreat you? Sorry to ask you this, but...
No, do not worry.
But, I know you don't know me well, but I think that...
No.
I imagine that you have had a difficult life because, well, it seems that way to me. You haven't had it easy. Sorry, but you do have a very sad look on your face, so... I imagine that you have struggled a lot with your family, with your father, with your mom, and even more so now with your little brother. So I imagine that he did mistreat you, and that is why you say that you do not want him back in your house.
No, he was an alcoholic, a bad influence, really.
Yes, accepting the truth is difficult. And sometimes the best way to move forward is to do just that. Apparently he did a good thing by leaving you. But well, he also left you with the burden on your shoulders, the expenses. It must have been difficult taking care of everything, just you. And on top of that, the situation with your brother, I think, is something quite hard, and to have to take care of him. And do you go to school, Eduardo, or were you going to school? What grade have you left in school?
I was going to study gastronomy. But due to the same issue of money, I don't have enough and I have to be with my brother. I can't leave him. I didn't even last a month at university and I dropped out.
So you did finish high school and started college?
Yes, it is one of the things that I'm very proud of, that I did manage to finish high school. And I would like to study more, but I hadn't had the time.
I imagine that you alone, with the salary you earned in the restaurant, began to pay for your college and high school. I don't know. How many years ago did your dad leave you? How old is your little brother?
Right now, he is 8 years. He's in elementary school.
So did your dad abandon you when your little brother was born and he saw him, or did he leave before he was born?
He abandoned him just when he found out that he was going to be a Down child.
So he abandoned you right when he found out?
Yes, from a very young age, I had to work. Fortunately, when I was in high school, I could save a little. And besides my school was public, it didn't cost me a lot of money. But now at the university, there are more expenses, and especially to study gastronomy, since there is no public school. Well, I can't afford it anymore.
Well, look, Eduardo, for me, honestly, I was very moved by your story. I think it's very nice to make such a good things for your family, to love your brother like that, to have this kind of patience and transparency despite your circumstances. I think it's incredible and very moving that a guy like you... Excuse me, but how old are you?
20.
A 20-year-old kid has those values. It is so great that you don't just think about yourself, because in these days, the kids at your age, they only think about themselves. That is, you want to study. You want to earn money to give your mother a better life. I imagine that you want to take her out of work, or that you at least want her to find a better job. And well, you are thinking about her. You think about your little brother. You think about giving them both a better future. And about studying. That is very important to you. You want to study so that you have a better life and can give them what they deserve. And well, the truth is, Eduardo, as you hear before, I told you at the beginning of our meeting to give me a good reason to double you the coin, to give you another and increase the amount of money. And well, Eduardo, I think you gave me more than enough for me to be able to help you. Well, to help your family so that you can pay for a special school and so you don't worry for a while, so that they can eat, so that your mother can also take care of you a little bit. Because you deserve to have a brilliant future, to be a great chef, and your mom and brother also deserve a stable and happy life. And I promise you that I am going to help you finish your university so that you can be a chef. And once you finish your degree, well, I also know people in the restaurant environment, so I can help you in that aspect. So they can give you a good job as a chef in a good restaurant. And you're going to see that from today, your life is going to change. With the money they give us at the exchange house. Well, you are going to have enough, so you don't have to worry about it. And you will have time to focus on your studies. My commitment to you is that you will attend a better school, so you can do something with your life. And what is more important, that you don't have to worry about having to take care of your little brother, or having to bring food to your house, or bring money for expenses. I'm going to help you go to school, and I'm going to pay for your university, and I'm also going to help your mother to find a better job. Eduardo, what do you think? Do you accept?
Really?
Yes, of course.
Oh my God, this is too much for me. I don't know if I'm abusing your kindness.
No way. Look, I know where you can exchange those coins for money, and I am going to accompany you to exchange them, so that they exchange them fairly for the true value of the coins. Look, you're going to see that from today, everything is going to change for you. You are going to have a decent life, and you are going to be able to live well, Eduardo.
The truth is, I went out today without expecting anything. It was too heavy for me to try and not be able to have enough for my family. It is tiring that day after day, life only makes things difficult for you. And when you arrive with those coins, I appreciate it very much, really. Thanks.
You deserve it, Eduardo. You deserve it for being such a good boy, for being such a good son, and for being such a good brother.
Can I give you a hug?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much, really.